Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I'm in Australia and it's going to be really hot here today, and I'm going to show you today is Sunday here, and I'm a bit late working on this piece because this is what I'm doing, finishing off bits and pieces that I've got in my work that I've been doing over the years. Now I've got this nice one that I made, this like a yo-yo flower, and I made it and I just stitched around the edge, and you would have seen me do that. If you don't know how, you could always ask me to show you again. Now this one here is made out of it's not made out of a circle, it's made out of a piece of ribbon, I think, yes, and it's folded over, and then I pressed it really good with my iron so it'd make it flat and look vintagey sort of. And now I'm going to put some sewing around the outside of this, because I might move that over there for a minute. I hope it stays there for a while. I'm going to put some little edge around this. So it's going to go onto my piece that I've got there. I've went back to sleep today again. I'm not talking about going back to bed, I'm talking about sitting on the chair. I was sitting on the chair in the lounge room, listening to something on a computer because I was watching somebody. I don't know who it was, and they didn't really put me to sleep. I went to sleep. I do that sometimes. I think it might be my medication. I don't know. I'm going to put this. I should have started off back here and went under it, or sneaked under along there, shouldn't I? So it wouldn't keep wandering out there in my road. What if I put a bit of glue on it? It might make things hard, but we'll just try and see if we can just put some glue there. Not with that, it won't come out. I've actually found the pin from the other one that I got out in the lounge room. I found that, which I was really pleased with yesterday. I should probably use this one out there and bring the other one in here, the other glue, because this is one I use the most. I haven't been doing much in the lounge room these days. Doing a bit of stitching, that's all. Not much gluing. Well, I wouldn't really use that for glue as a rule, but okay. So I'm doing blanket stitch around the edge of this flower, alright, to give it some difference. And then I'm putting something in the centre. Don't know what that's going to be yet. By the time we get round the outside, we'll probably have the hang of that though. So you just go down in the flower, make sure your needle goes over top. So it's going to get tangled up, so I can't show you. Make sure the needle goes over top of your piece of thread, and that way. Now we'll watch this time. We go down in there, up in there like that. This is can be a buttonhole stitch or a blanket stitch. All right. See? That makes a difference, doesn't it? Doesn't it look good? Now, whether we go all the way or not, don't know. What do you reckon? Should we go all the way around? I've made, let me see, I've got some here in a box. I think I did a bit of I've done it before. Look at that. I didn't realise that I did that before. Well, there you go. We'll see, there's so many things I've done I don't even remember. But that one too that might look good on here as well. Look, isn't that cool? Well, I didn't realise I did this before, but I've sewn them down flat. I know that. I've done stitches around the edge. No, that's too wrong. I've stitched around the edge like that. Now I'm doing around. What did I do with that one? Did I put it back? Must have done. Anyway, so, well, you can see this like a bit better than the other one. What did I do with it? Yeah. Yeah, and this is not the sort of thing I'd put on here anyway, so it's more of a, I don't know what you'd use it before, crazy patchwork one maybe. Yeah, this one you could too, because all these elements that you put on your work, you know, it adds to the creativity, and it sort of, dangle down your needle so it'll come untwisted. It all adds to the interest of your work, you know. Instead of just putting something on there plainly, if you put some stitching on, it makes it a lot different, doesn't it? I reckon this is going to turn out pretty good myself. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I've got a couple of other things that I'm looking at that I might do as well. You just go along, don't you? I do. I said to Jeremy, I make my things. What I do, I'd probably do from getting ideas from the things itself. You understand what I mean? You think, oh, gee, I could put that there. Oh, look at that pretty piece of lace. That'll look good on that. You know, and that's how I get a lot of my ideas and stuff. Probably have some. I know I've had a lot of ideas. When you have to put them out there, they don't really go that good. This is looking really good. The part that I'm really liking though is the fact that it's not really pulled up close to it, just here. Wish I hadn't pulled it up very close there, because you can't really, you can see like this has a bit of an opening, sort of. It doesn't go right against the flower. Made heaps of flowers over the years, I have. Heaps and heaps. And I used to sit out there of a Saturday afternoon watching telly and just make flowers. Make a big box of flowers. And I've sold them, given them away, use them on projects, do all that sort of thing, you know. Look at that. That is awesome, isn't it? Hope I've got enough cotton. But if I haven't, we can show you how to stop and start. We can do that. I'm in the shot, am I? Good. Oops. I don't have any stories to tell, I don't think. Oh, my daughter started a new job yesterday, not my eldest one. She's driving hire cars now. So that's good. She's a really good driver actually, and very careful, and you know she's been, always has been. Well, both of them do, but no, nothing wrong with either one. But the other one's a teacher, and I think she needs to know that. School teacher. Anyway, yeah. So she rang me last night to say she was sitting there waiting for the next person to ring. Going to, just go back in through under there. See, that's all I needed to do. When I started it off, that's all I needed to do. So I'm going to do that. Thank goodness that turned off for a while. I hope that's not too loud, and I'll try to get close enough to this. Well, I'm close enough to the camera for you to hear me anyway. I do like what I've done to this piece so far. I think it's really awesome. I was thinking about buying myself a new handbag, but I think I might make myself one. What do you reckon? I'm the type of person that only has one handbag at a time. Really weird that, but I do. I mean, a lot of people have lots to go with different things, but I just like to have the one. My mother had about 50 odd handbags. It was really strange. A lot of them are the same design too, but anyway, I suppose that's what she wanted. So just go back in under here without come out here fair where you went, like in there. You've got to come out this side of that little thing. Actually, you can see the needle there, look. Make sure you can't see the needle, because if you can, you'll have a stitch in the road. Still coming through the wrong place. Try this again. Okay. Come out there, right. You can do a little back stitch, or no, if you did it not, it might be just too bulky. I should have did this when I started off there, the first place with this. Okay, so we go down in there and do that. Get myself some more ribbon together. A friend of mine said she wanted to give me some more ribbon. I have that happen, don't I? People do give me stuff, and I guess I don't know if I'll be able to use it. This is a vintage one. This is a really old piece that I've got. I got that in a bag of stuff I've got at Vinnie's or somewhere, because they just bag bits and pieces up and put them out, and I just found that in there, and I really do like it. I've got a green one too somewhere, and a goldy colour one, so I'll have to have a look and see if I can find those. A bit of fluff on that's getting caught, and it's going to make a knot. Okay. Yeah, so Peg's off driving. Our town's only very small, so that's good. You know, she doesn't... Oh, if she's got to go to another town, they do that too. But, so she's excited about that, so that's good. Just hope it works out well for her. You got to go down in there. She said she actually brought somebody up to one of our neighbours yesterday, and she'd started, so... Anyway, that's good for her to do that. Okay, so there you are. That looks really cool, doesn't it? I do like that. I do. I'm a fan of that one. And I'm going to put that around here, make a knot. That didn't stick down, did it? Just wave it around there in the breeze. Well, that doesn't work. I put too much glue on it, I think. I don't know what happens to that. But it didn't work. But that doesn't matter because I'm going to be putting it down on here somewhere, aren't I? You know, so whatever. Somewhere. Right. Find something for the centre. But we're going to have to find something that's... sort of goes with it, but I don't want it too overpowering. Okay, so I've got 3 of these pieces. So whether I want to put all of them on here, I don't know yet. The apricot colour is what we're adding to them. Hey, what do you reckon? That might look all right there. I hope it's not too big. I'm thinking that it is, you know, I'm looking at it thinking, oh dear. But I don't want it to be too big. I don't think it is. What do you reckon? I'm going to put some gold on this one. Some gold on there. I wonder if I can do that. I'll have a go at that one. See what that looks like. Because it needs something around the edge of it. But it's going to have something that's... I don't know if I can thread this through here. Probably not. Could give it a try, I suppose. I honestly did have the needle threader in my hand a minute ago and I put it up there. I thought, I'll just sit that there. Well, here's one, so I hope it works good. We put that through... No, we put that through there first, Sonya. Well, I don't use these much, so you can forgive me for not knowing what I'm doing. Wow, it's just testing it, putting it through that but that little wire, it hung on, it wasn't going anywhere. Sitting there in the front of the box. Right, now, because this is only a very fine piece of thing, a fine thing, this will go through. But I'm going to start it back down there anyway. You'll probably be able to see that. Well, I'm just going to do a straight stitch around the edge of this and see if it works or not. Yeah, that's not too bad. We're just doing a straight stitch around here. Okay. I reckon I'll see when we get round here if it looks all right or not, eh? Thank you to everybody who commented on Jeremy's video. He was a bit worried about it. He said he can't stand the sound of his own voice, but he said that he thought it looked okay because he had just looked at it and thought it was okay, and I think it was too. He's got a beautiful garden. We're very lucky, we are. And he's a very clever man. He knows so much about all that stuff. It's incredible. His grandma taught him years ago, like when he was only small. And that looks good, doesn't it? Do you reckon that looks all right? I can't focus on it myself here at the moment. Does it looks okay? It holds it down, but gives it a bit of interest. So that's only made out of a piece of gauzy fabric. It's not actually tulle. The tulle would look good. This is a very thin tulle. I think this one is all lacy stuff. Now we'll go back to this one here and figure out what to do. Just finishing off my mouthful of coffee here. Oh, would have did that hours ago if I hadn't have been sleeping, but Jeremy made me a fresh one. Now, to what to put in the centre of that, I did have a little baggie of things here, packet I should say. With these buttons, I don't know if I thought about the buttons, they might be too big. I don't know what that's going to look like in there. It's keeping it sort of calmish, it's sort of blending in a bit, isn't it? Maybe something a bit smaller. Maybe a bit smaller thing. That's bigger. It doesn't matter though, I think that looks pretty good. Wouldn't mind putting a bit of that on there somewhere. That needs something on it too. Flower. I do like these flowers on here. I reckon it makes them look more vintage, doesn't it? These flowers. I've got a few little yellow ones, got a lot of blue ones. Got a few little, this one here, that one's a bit wrinkly. How does that look? We've got some yellow down here, this part. Right. That was a bit I had a minute ago, wasn't it? I like these. There's only one in this box though. I don't know. The others are out in the lounge room, I think, because I was using it the other day out there. There's a little thing. That's a good little thing to put on. There's another good little thing to put on. It's nice adding to your stitching. Putting bits and pieces. Okay, there's a little heart. That'll go to. All this stuff will work really good on there, won't it? What I'm doing so far. Oh, look at that. I've got a button on a piece of material. I'll have that. I'll have that. And truly, I didn't make that purposely for this. I just found this box of stuff a while ago. Well, you know, it wasn't really lost when I say found. So, that's good to find things, and then I can add them to it. Look at me. I'll be able to do all them now. I'll put all that stuff on there. Working on the centre thing, though. Working on the centre thing. Is it? Get this box out of here. Whoa! Don't you tip down. They're buttons. There goes my house. When I say house, I mean... I wonder where it did go to. little house I made. Where that went? Oh, I can see it over there. Can't reach it now. I'm going to do this first. I'm going to play a fill. I've got to do on. Now put that there, that there, that there, that there, that there, and that there, and that there, and this there. Oh, if I can get a lot of that on there, I can be nearly on my way to getting this done. Except I've got to do a bit more stitching on it, of course, and that's all right. So we'll see what we're going to put on this now. We got anything in here? Probably not. I thought there might have been a bit more flatter stuff. Some more flatter stuff. I don't mind a bit of, that's nice. That looks alright. Come back here. There we go. That or that. I've probably got the wrong box here. Excuse me, putting that in your way. Right. Now these little skis, I'll just keep collecting up bits and putting them when I'm finished. I think I finished. I'm putting them away. But I'm not actually putting them away, am I? I'm just throwing them in here. I should be keeping this box out and keeping everything possible that I can use out of this. I should be using this madly, shouldn't I? I like that. It's got a hole in it. But I do like it. That's metal. What's stuck to them magnets there? That's all metal. Something, Sonya, flat to go in there. Might have to sew it. Wait a minute. That's a good button. That's mother of pearl button there. Looks a bit sad though, I think. It's just not a... Right, I like that, but something bigger. Something that's that colour a bit bigger, I think. Or how about a silver something? How about that? There's a picture of a head on there. It's got that dangly bit. I don't know, I'm sort of stuck with that. I better go and get something else done, eh? We're sort of stuck on that. Well, I'll put this here thing on it because I like that. Like that. You gotta have a bit of diamonds, don't you? A few diamonds. They're not diamonds, people. You know me. I say that. I just say that. It's a nice button. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I should have a smaller one of those. Get that out of there. I'll have a bit of that. I thought I had a piece of that. Maybe I'll put it back in there. If you just hang on a second, I've got another one of them buttons over here. Some of them blue buttons. Okay. It's all right, cat. I'm in here. That looks good. I think I'd rather 2 holes though for some reason. I like that. It's not the same colour as this one. I must have some more of these somewhere. Because I've got that, unless I've used them all, I suppose. I could have done. Can I go with something different like that? Have you got something not that big, Sonya? Here. Here. Oh, I like that one. I do like that one. Yes, we're going to have that one. Okay. That's finally got that done. That bit. Wait a minute. Something stuck in it. Okay, what's in there? Why won't that close? Oh, I got it now. Okay. So now I've got a lot of things to put on. If I put that bit of gold through there, is that going to be wrong? I'm just going to try it and see, aren't we? Let's see what happens, what it looks like. That look all right on there? Yes, of course it will. See, look at that. So I'm going to go through in the back of this because there's, you know, plenty of room. There's a hole-ish sort of thing in there because we did this with the ribbon, like I said. It's going to go straight through if I pull it. So I've got to go through the material part. And make sure you get it straight where you want it to be. Go through the material again. It's good. Bit of turkey work on that would look alright, wouldn't it? Do you like that? I think it's too big. I think it looks a bit big and gawky. Oh dear. Well look, you can make one too, okay? If I don't put it on this piece, I'm going to be putting it on something else for sure because I do love it, you know. But I think it's too big. It's sort of taken over the... If you look at your piece of work and you can see something sticking out like looking at you, you know that it's gone a bit too big because it has got too big. I know. I think it is. It just needs to be that tiny bit smaller, you know. I think it's just, oh dear, I don't know. Anyway, I'll do it. I'll do another one shortly. I'd like to do a piece of this. This is really old and you know, a bit dilapidated, but that's all right. I'm going to do a bit of that, put a bit of that on. I've got 3 pieces of it here now. There's more everywhere. The size of the little thing should be, like that. That there should be that size, shouldn't it? Okay, right. Do I know where I can find a bit of ribbon really smartly? But I think I showed you how to make that not long ago out of the ribbon, one of those rounds. Now I just want to put this here, a bit of this something on here, a bit of these somethings. That there's a good something, isn't it? That's just made on a piece of material that I've stamped on, have I? Maybe not me, maybe it was just a piece on it. I'm going to put that there. No, I'm going to put it over there. I'm going to put something in the centre of that circle to put a... No, too bright. About that. Or a bit of work, a bit of sewing, maybe, in that one. This is why I don't finish some things, you know, because I get a bit kerfuffled with them. I'll do some stitching. That'll make me feel, you know, like I've achieved something. I'll put some things on here and do some sewing as well. Well, you can learn from my ideas. See, I've got this pin on here. I've seen that somewhere else, though. These are not my ideas. I meant to say that you can learn, you know, from different things that I've put up there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I don't know if I can go through there, all that with this. I've got a piece of blue thread on here, and I can't get it through, so I'm going to use it to go around here first and fasten this down. Okay, because it's still waving around there in the breeze, and I've got the blue there, so I'll just go make some nice long stitches. Put it around the edge, fasten it down. A lot of these have not been sewn down yet. My slow stitching will be a completion when I get it done, won't it? We hope we get it done. And I'll put that little piece round there, and I'll put some beads on. Haven't got hardly any beads on here yet. I do like some beads in my slow stitching. Now, have I stitched that down? I have, very lightly, and that's okay. You don't have to stitch every bit. You know, I've got all these pieces over here that I've done. I'm going to put it up along here so I can have the little bit of design, a little bit of blue, because I've stitched it down before and it's got its white thread. There's something here hanging off, and cut that off there. I've got to make sure when I do on this that I'm on the fabric, that I'm back here on the fabric, because I don't, when I sew it up to a, I'm going to make this into a bag. But I'm going to, mine I'm going to do a crazy patchwork one for my new handbag that I want to do. Now, I wanted to have something that was sort of like a little, remember them, my brain's not working for me. Remember those cane bag baskets? I wanted like one that was, you know, about 8 inches, and then has a little base on it, you know, and then it comes up the side, because I want to stand up my drink bottle, and I'm going to put my phone in and things like that, and then just take them out. I don't have to be fishing around in something trying to find things, because it's just really annoying, you know. You just got to, I'd rather just be able to pick it out of the bag. And so I'm going to I was going to try and make something like that, but I wanted a cane sort of style one. I just don't know why. I just have that idea, but I can't see one anywhere. There's none in the town, unless you go to a Vinnie's, and they've got heaps of bags, but I don't think I like any of them. So I was thinking about making myself one, you know, using a box. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. The caravan I made, which everybody commented on, where did that go? It was here somewhere. That's been hanging around with me for years, that caravan. It's made out of a style you can put something in that, but it's not a handbag thing. Where'd he go? Oh, Jeremy might have put him up high, but he's still here somewhere. I just made it and it's just hanging around the house. Anyway, like a lot of other stuff that I've got. Well, if I made that, I should be able to make myself a square box bag, shouldn't I? Sort of thing. Put crazy patchwork all over, you know, use fabric from some crazy patchwork that I've done. A little tiny bit of bling on that, not too much, don't want to overpower that. Well, that's one of those needles that thread right through, isn't it? And I don't like them to use. It'd be dangerous for me. The bead needles, they have points on them, like they open up and you put your thread in the inside here, see? It's got opening. People might not have seen this, so I'll show you. See that? So it opens up like that. And you put your thread through there, but then you've got two pointy ends. Sonya has a habit of sticking that in herself. It's not a good feeling, it's not a good feeling at all. So I need to get, where's my other cushion? Where's my pin cushion I had here? Not that far away, surely. What do I do with that? Oh dear. Oh goodness me. It's just sitting up there on the thing near the other one. Here's a needle, it's around the corner one. I know this bloke, look at him. Because of the heat has made him turn the corner. It's from the heat. Okay, bit of thread. I'm going to put a tiny sort of something on that, a bead or something if I can find, well, just on the edge when I'm sewing it down. I just want a couple of little bits there to give it a bit of a lift. Because as soon as I've got the gold over here on this one, I can do bits of gold around abouts, you know. And I would have liked a little sequin or something. You'd think I'd buy myself some, wouldn't you? I'm always talking about it. I've got them on that bag. I could nick them off that, I suppose. That up there. Right. Okie dokie. You learned to do a couple of stitches on here too this morning. Wouldn't hurt. A couple of different stitches for you. So that's the one with the gold around it that I put on there. Okay. That's just food for thought, isn't it? I could probably put that there. Thinking about that. Right. Now, tiny bead. I'm preferably looking for a goldy sort of one if I can. I don't know if this is tiny. That thing's good when that thing stops, doesn't it? But I better still talk so you can hear me. Come here. They're not tiny at all. They're huge. And that's not a bead. Not going to be able to see that on there. I don't mind them. They might look alright. We'll have a go at those. I don't think I put that back in the right place. I don't. Come out. That's enough. That's enough. Sonya. Sit that there. I'm going to come through first. Fasten it down. If I can get through there. I did it. Hope I put a knot in that cotton. Yeah, good. Might put a little bead here in the middle. And down in there. Good knot up on me. It's just how the things go, isn't it? It's how things work. Right. Well, you thought we could have got one bit done, wouldn't you? It spins around and makes a knot, and that's not, it's not. That's not nice. Okay, we'll start again. Wait a minute, can you? Right. I might take them, no, I want to put them around in this thing. I want to put them round on here, so let's put them where I want them to go. Be a good idea. Come here, needle. Try this again now. Whoa. Maybe I shouldn't pull it down there too far. Come up through the bottom, put your bead on, and then go back down near there. That's hidden away. He's not out there so you can see him at all. It doesn't matter, we'll keep going and just see what happens. You never know, it might look alright even if you can't properly see that. We're really caught down the road. You can see it, it just depends which way you look at the thing itself. Okay, get down in there. Another one. I don't think, did I get me crazy? I don't think I got me crazy patchwork one up this week either. And I'm sorry about that, but I'm sure you understand that it's not always possible, but I'm going to do my very best to try and just keep these things going so you can learn stuff and, you know, have something to look at. Oh dear, have, you know, some ideas. Now, I don't know what I think about that. No, I don't like that. Ah dear, I do not like it at all. Won't take much to get it off, be easier than putting it on. I'm not a fan. I didn't do that right. I think I'm a bit fussy about what I do, as you would know. But if it's not something I'll look at and think, oh gee, that looks good, well, I won't leave it there, okay? I just don't leave it there, I just take it off. Right, I might even put that one there. I think I'd like it better. Yes, I do. I think it looks better because I've got a little bit of gold and I've got the pink. I'm having that one. Where did I put my needle? For goodness sake, Sonya, what'd you do? Okay. Chances of me sticking it back up there in that thing was very slim. Why didn't I put it in the thing on the table? Oh, there it is. Got it. Nobody panic. Oh, nobody panic. Righto. Okay. So, let's put a few bits on. I'm going to put this on, and I'll use my bead needle because I can just come up behind there and make a few stitches and hold it down. There we go. It's a tiny bit skew with too, but that doesn't matter. I like it like that. I know I'm very picky about what goes where, and a lot of people just do things and put them on and they can just do that, and I can't. I just can't do things and put them on and have it work right for me. Sometimes I've just got to see what I think, you know. I'm sure that other people do too, but they don't seem like they have any trouble deciding what to put. It's one of my big weaknesses, that is. I've got to decide what to put. I do like that. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm pleased with it. Put a stitch over this and hold it down a bit better. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Very good. Right, so we got one of those. Now see, that does look better. You must admit it does look better. It does look better. Okay. we can do a bit of stitching now. What shall we do today? Where's the part that we need doing? Here, because I could put something here, or here. I might do the a bit of stitching there. I like here where I've tied up all these little ends and made little tassely thing. Look at that. Can you see that? That's cool. Well, see, it's that long since I've done anything with it. I don't remember these things. You see, I put one thing back. One thing being the needle. I put the needle back. I'm going to have this colour along here. Love this piece of thread. I'm going to put the knot in here because I think okay, I love this colour. I do love this colour. Excuse me. I might have to I've got probably 5 minutes to get round here and do this. I'm thinking I want to hold that down with something, so I don't know if I'll do hang on, I've got to do something across here. Do something across there. I really love this. Really love that. And I think if I put that on there, it'll cover up a lot of that frilly that I can't, that I'm going to find really hard to control, you know, to fasten it down, because you've got a lot of frilly bits there, frayed pieces. So I'll leave the frayed bits on there and in other places, but I think I'll fasten this down here, eh? What do you reckon? That might look good. And then I can put something like that on the end of it. What do you think? Too close to that bit. Anyway, let's do this piece here. I'll get a pen and put in that. I'm thinking whether I would do that or not, because I fastened them down. That looks really cool like that, doesn't it? Yeah, right, why not? Why not play around with it and make it a bit of a feature on it like I did with that side? Hey? So, I'll go round this way and I'm going to I'll do a blanket stitch on it, eh? And fasten this down so it'll see what happens at any rate, okay? And put that make it reasonably long. Oh dear, now I've got another knot. I know. Thank goodness for that. There we go. So that's catching both pieces. So I've got this piece of lace and that there. And this piece of lace. Make sure you come through so you got all that there. You still see how it's all fluffy, can't you? So that's good. Look at that first. No, it's too loopy. It's too loopy. It's not holding it down very good. Something on this to hold it down. I might stitch along there first. And that might just be all it needs, is to be stitched down. That piece there is stitched down. I can see the sewing, but so I can go and put a coloured thread across there, I suppose, and so it's make some sort of pattern sort of thing. I don't know. We'll keep just going and see what we get. It's all really food for thought, isn't it? You just never know what you're going to do. You really don't. I'll go up here. So now I've got all this corner that's a bit unruly. So let's put that on there, eh? And that'll cover up all your corners. And that looks pretty good. I don't mind that. Righto. Well, first I'm going to go back. Oh no, I'll come through there. I'll go through this. I'll come up through the hole in there. Stitch that down. And then I'll go around here to another hole. Stitch that down. Get another one. Stitch that down. Righto. So you can get these pieces like I've got here off pieces of lace. You know, if you've got any pieces of lace, usually they have a little bit of a pattern somewhere on them, but you can cut out a piece of it, you know, and that's where this come from. It just, I didn't get it like this little, like it is now. It was a piece, it's a piece of lace. I might be able to show you in a minute where I got it from. Maybe, if I can find a piece of lace that come off her. So that looks good, I do like that. Oh, so hubby just informed me earlier we're buying new air conditioner for in here. But I don't think I'll get it this year, I don't know. He wants to get a new one for here and in our bedroom, and then put the other one in our room into the spare room, so when Ellie comes she can have it in there. I mean, when you think about it, I've had them for a long time, the air conditioners for a really long time, but you're not using it all the time. It's not like the jug or the fridge or something, you're only using them for part way of the years, you know. Probably 2 or 3 weeks in a year you might use them for. That's why and if you get good ones, I suppose they last you a fair while, don't they? That sort of thing. You got the one in the lounge room when my youngest daughter was born, and she's 26 now, so it's a beauty though. It's so nice and cool out there. It's beautiful. So is this one, you know. And I don't know how old it is. It's just probably older by the look of it. It was given to me by my sister way back. Now I don't mind that. That goes on there really all right. Now I'm just a little bit feel a little bit weird about this, what we're going to do with this bit here, and my time's nearly getting away on me here, I just know it is. So I'm supposed to turn this off. So that's 50, I better go, and I'll talk to you later. I'm sorry if I didn't get much done. I showed you that bit, I showed you what I did with this other bit here, and I guess that's a few bits, but that's too gawky. That's way too gawky. They look really good on a crazy patchwork. This is more subdued. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.